Staying in the Middle East, in Gaza, the United Nations says children are paying the price for a war they did not start. The UN Children's Agency says nearly 1 million children, half of Gaza's population, need mental health support. Israel does not allow the BBC and other international media to enter Gaza and report independently. Our special correspondent Fergal Keane reports now from Jerusalem on the story of a little girl in a photograph taken in the middle of Gaza's crisis.
Everyone's scattered because the Israeli army ordered them to. Because death was everywhere. And it didn't matter who you were or what age, you had to go. The photographer, probably an Israeli soldier, captured this image a week ago. The men made to strip for searching, some of them elderly, as the army hunted for weapons and anyone linked to Hamas. But look to the left, in the crowd, a small child, facing away from the soldiers. Who was she? What became of her? Julia Abu Warda, 3.5 years old. These photos were taken a month ago, before the encounter at the Israeli checkpoint, before the order to go. Our colleague found Julia in Gaza City yesterday, 1 week after the photograph was taken, but with the family's memories still vivid.
There were soldiers on the tanks and soldiers on the ground. They approached the people and started firing above their heads. People were pushing against each other during the shooting.
They were escaping the hell that Jabalia has become. A landscape in which human survival is not possible.
We saw destruction and bodies scattered on the ground. They were pointing their guns at us and ordering us to stay seated. It was very bad.
In Gaza, it's not so much that children grow old before their time. It is that time stands still. They're trapped, each day like the one before, the trauma accumulating. Julia's 7-year-old cousin was killed by an Israeli drone strike in the street where he played.
It used to be normal. She would run and play. But now, whenever there's shelling, she points and says, "Plane!" She looks up and points out the drone flying over us.
It's hard to call Julia lucky in a place like this, but she is fortunate in the family that holds her close. Fergal Keane, BBC News, Jerusalem.